If a game struggles to run on the Legion Go, even with built-in frame generation, then using double frame generation might be the last option. Today, I'm testing the game with double frame generation, and will show you that the input lag isn't that bad. Here are my adrenaline settings when using double frame generation for a game that struggles with performance. I set AFMF2 to high and auto to preserve more base FPS when AFMF2 is active. Since the game can only run at 800p, I enable integer scaling and set it to full panel. To enhance sharpness, I turn on Radeon image sharpening at 80%. For additional performance gains, I set texture filtering quality to performance, enable surface optimization, and override tessellation mode at 2x. These settings help balance performance and visual clarity. As you may have noticed, I didn't use Radeon Anti-Lag or Radeon Chill. Instead, I use RivaTuner to cap FPS because it's the only tool that can properly cap built-in frame generation. Today, I'm testing Stalker 2 Heart of Chernobyl, a game that struggles heavily with performance on the Legion Go. Even with built-in frame generation enabled, the game doesn't run smoothly enough for an FPS game, making it difficult to maintain a consistent and responsive experience. Since the built-in frame generation alone isn't sufficient, the only remaining option is to add AFMF2 frame generation on top of it. By combining both, I aim to see if the game can achieve better playability while keeping input lag at an acceptable level with RivaTuner capping FPS. These settings are not recommended for general use. They are only an option if a game is truly struggling with performance and other optimizations aren't enough to make it playable. Here is the performance of double frame generation using AFMF2 alongside the built-in frame generation. The game runs much smoother compared to using only one frame generation method, and input lag isn't as bad as you might expect. The only downside to using double frame generation is that you may notice some weird artifacts and ghosting in certain areas of the game. However, this largely depends on the scene and lighting conditions, and in most cases, it isn't too distracting. While some players might find these visual issues noticeable, they are generally not annoying or disruptive to the overall gameplay experience. If the performance boost outweighs these minor drawbacks for you, then double frame generation can still be a viable option for smoother gameplay.
Come and get me! Ha! Take this! Got a little present for you! Enemy is close. Keep looking. Moving into position. Cover me. Target locked. Ready, left.
For my Legion settings, I set it to performance mode, with TDP at 28 watts, OS power mode to efficiency, display resolution at 1280 by 800 at 144 Hz, and VRAM allocation to 6 GB.